a scene script. Have you ever wondered why people become homeless in a prosperous country like Canada? It's a question that's been echoing in the minds of many, yet it's a crisis that often goes unseen. It's like a silent storm brewing beneath the surface, a storm that's been picking up speed, turning into a tempest that's leaving countless individuals without a place to call home. In the heart of this storm, we find a staggering surge of homelessness. It's not a slow, creeping increase. It's a rapid, jarring escalation. Picture this. Canada, a country known for its wealth and prosperity, is witnessing a growing number of its citizens without a roof over their heads. Yet, this crisis often goes unnoticed, hidden from the public view, silently gnawing at the fabric of society. You see, homelessness isn't just about not having a physical place to live. It's about people. It's about those who've lost their jobs, those who are battling mental health issues, and those who are simply unable to keep up with the rising cost of living. It's about children who should be dreaming of their future, but are instead worrying about where they'll sleep tonight. The truth is, this crisis doesn't discriminate. It's not confined to a certain age group, gender, or ethnicity. It affects people from all walks of life. And this isn't a problem that's confined to the big cities either. It's spreading its roots into the smaller towns and rural areas as well. But here's the thing. This isn't just about the individuals who are directly affected. This is a societal issue. When a significant portion of the population lacks a stable place to live, it impacts us all. It affects our economy, our healthcare system, our education system, and our communities as a whole. And you might be wondering, how did we get here? How did we end up in a situation where homelessness is on the rise in one of the wealthiest countries in the world? Well, the answer to that is complex, and it's linked to a variety of factors. But one of the key elements at play here is the housing shortage. In recent years, Canada has seen a 19% decrease in homes. Homelessness isn't a choice, it's a societal failure. And it's a failure that we, as a society, need to address. Not tomorrow, not next year, but right now. But what causes homelessness in the first place? A question that leads us down a labyrinth of intertwining factors. The first stop in this labyrinth is the dearth of affordable housing. For many, it's a simple equation. Income is not catching up with the skyrocketing cost of housing. In many areas of Canada, there simply aren't enough homes that people with low or even middle incomes can afford. The result? A significant portion of the population is left teetering on the edge of homelessness. Next, we find ourselves in the thorny thicket of job loss. Economic downturns can abruptly pull the rug out from under individuals and families, leading to a sudden loss of income. Without adequate safety nets, these people may find themselves without a roof over their heads, illustrating how homelessness can often be a product of broader economic conditions. We then arrive at the twin towers of mental health issues and addiction. For some, these challenges can be debilitating, hindering their ability to maintain stable employment and housing. Without adequate support, their lives can spiral, leading them down a path towards homelessness. Let's not forget the interplay of these factors. Imagine losing your job, struggling to afford rent, and then grappling with a mental health crisis. These situations are not isolated. They feed into one another, creating a vicious cycle that can trap individuals in a state of homelessness. But homelessness does not exist in a vacuum. It's a symptom of systemic issues: a lack of affordable housing, inadequate mental health support, economic instability, and societal stigma around addiction. Each of these factors alone is complex to address, but together they create a formidable challenge. Remember, anyone can end up homeless. It's not a character flaw or a personal failing, it's a societal failing. We've created a world where people can fall through the cracks, and once they do, it's incredibly hard to climb back out. It's a complex issue with no single cause, making it even more challenging to address. But understanding these root causes is the first step to finding effective solutions. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the impacts of homelessness and explore potential solutions in the next segments. The effects of homelessness reach far beyond those who experience it directly. As we delve into the impacts on individuals and society, it's important to understand the multitude of ways the issue of homelessness affects us all. Imagine, if you will, the toll on an individual's physical health. Without a stable home, access to regular meals, clean water, and a safe space to rest becomes a daily struggle. Exposure to harsh weather conditions, lack of sanitation, and inadequate health care can lead to serious illnesses. From common colds to severe conditions like pneumonia and tuberculosis, homelessness can be a breeding ground for a myriad of health issues. But the impact doesn't stop at physical health. Mental health suffers too. The constant stress of living without a home can trigger or exacerbate mental health conditions. Anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder are common among homeless individuals. The isolation and stigma associated with homelessness can also lead to feelings of hopelessness, making it even harder for individuals to break the cycle. Beyond the individual, homelessness places a significant strain on society. The healthcare costs associated with treating the physical and mental health conditions common among homeless individuals are substantial. Emergency room visits, hospital stays, and mental health interventions all contribute to increased healthcare spending. Homelessness also puts a strain on social services. From shelters to food banks, resources are stretched thin, trying to meet the needs of the homeless population. This can lead to less availability and quality of services for others in need. Moreover, homelessness can affect community cohesion and public safety. Areas with high rates of homelessness often struggle with crime and public disorder, creating an environment of fear and mistrust. The economic, social, and emotional costs of homelessness are vast, touching every corner of society. We're all interconnected, and when one group suffers, we all feel the repercussions. It's clear that the costs of homelessness are far-reaching and substantial. As we move forward, we must keep in mind the profound impact homelessness has on individuals and society, and the urgency of finding sustainable solutions. In 2023, Canada is grappling with a 19% drop in available homes. What's causing this? Let's delve into the factors contributing to this housing shortage. First, let's consider population growth. Canada has one of the highest immigration rates in the world, and with the birth rate steadily increasing, the demand for homes is outpacing the supply. The influx of people means more housing is needed, yet the construction of new homes isn't keeping up with this demand. The economic factors at play are equally significant. The cost of land, construction materials, and labor have all skyrocketed in recent years. This has made it increasingly expensive to build new homes, and as a result, fewer are being built. Furthermore, the rise in property values over the past decade has put homeownership out of reach for many Canadians. Even renting is becoming unaffordable for many, with rental prices rising faster than wages. Government policies also play a role. While the government has implemented policies to control the rise in housing prices, these measures have inadvertently slowed down the construction of new homes. For instance, regulations designed to prevent overbuilding have led to a decrease in the number of new housing developments. Additionally, the allocation of government resources has been another point of contention. Funding for affordable housing initiatives is often limited, and the money that is available is often spread thin, making it difficult to make a significant impact on the housing shortage. The housing shortage isn't just about numbers, it's about people. It's about families who can't find a place to live, young people who can't afford to move out, and seniors who are struggling to keep their homes. The housing shortage is exacerbating the homelessness crisis, making it more critical than ever to find solutions. As we look to the future, it's clear that addressing this housing shortage will require a multifaceted approach, one that includes not only building more homes, but also addressing the economic and policy factors that have contributed to this crisis. So, how can Canada solve this pressing issue, you might ask? The answer lies in a multi-pronged approach that not only aims at increasing the housing supply, but also addresses the root causes of homelessness. The year 2023 has brought a wave of new policies, specifically designed to tackle this crisis. One such policy is the ambitious plan to build more homes across the country. This initiative recognizes the stark reality that the housing supply in Canada has decreased by 19%, a trend that needs to be reversed as swiftly as possible. By increasing the availability of affordable homes, more Canadians will have access to secure and stable housing, which is the first step towards reducing homelessness. But building more homes is only one piece of the puzzle. The government is also focusing on providing support for those most at risk of homelessness. This includes implementing programs aimed at addressing mental health issues, substance abuse, and unemployment, factors that often contribute to a person becoming homeless. By tackling these issues, we can reduce the number of people who end up on the streets in the first place. Moreover, the importance of community involvement cannot be overstated. Local communities, nonprofit organizations, and individuals all have a role to play in supporting those who are homeless or at risk of becoming homeless. Whether it's providing job training, mental health services, or simply being a supportive neighbor, Every action matters. Finally, it's crucial to remember that homelessness is not a choice, and it can affect anyone. As such, these policies aim to foster a society where everyone, regardless of their circumstances, is treated with dignity and respect. So, as we look towards the future, we see a Canada that is actively working to solve its homelessness crisis. It's a complex issue, no doubt, but with concerted effort, thoughtful policies, and a compassionate society, it's a challenge we can overcome. With concerted effort and thoughtful policies, it's possible to tackle this crisis and ensure every Canadian has a place to call home. Let's recap what we've learned about homelessness in Canada. We've delved into the unseen crisis, understanding the root causes which range from economic challenges to personal circumstances. We've seen the profound impact on individuals, robbing them of dignity and safety, and on society, straining our resources and empathy. We've exposed the stark reality of the housing shortage, a 19% slump in homes that's left many without a roof over their heads. But it's not all gloom and doom. Looking forward, we've explored the promising solutions in sight, particularly the new policies set to roll out in 2023, aimed at constructing more homes. This isn't just about bricks and mortar, it's about people. It's about building stronger communities and a more compassionate Canada. Awareness is the first step to change. Share this video to help spread the word about the homelessness crisis in Canada.